A wild floof appears! What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. Last time, we continued to develop our confidants after our little trek into Mementos. Spent a bit of time developing Ryuji and On, and a little bit of time with Akechi as well. In this episode, no, we cannot go up to the floof. It's a shame, but she is unfortunately in an area that is out of bounds. But we can spend time with either On or Takemi today, and Maruki if we weren't already at our stopping point with him. So anyway, today we are going to start things off by spending some time with On. So we are going to be doing just that.
Rain, huh?
Hey!
Alright, well, we finished that up, and you'll notice that there wasn't a post event for that. The thing is, there can be a post event for On's rank 9. Here's the interesting thing. When it comes to the rank 9 and possibly rank... I'm not even sure they're rank 10 posts. There may be, and I just didn't write it down, or there might not, but besides the point. The thing is that there are different post scenes depending on whether or not you romance a character. Now, with On, there wasn't a post scene if you went the friendship route. You guys know who I'm going to be romancing this time around because it's basically thus kind of similar events, just slightly different timeline. So, yeah, going with the floof. But anyway, besides the point. The point is that there are different post events depending on if you romance or go with friends. So, with On's, I have here that there are 2 different responses if you actually go down the romance route. I don't believe I have this for everyone. The information that I had when it came to these sorts of things, especially with the split between romance and friendship, was a bit iffy. But I believe with On, you could respond with either of course or I'm yours forever for some extra confidant points. Definitely the I'm yours forever line, because, you know, you're dating her at that point. But I believe the of course line also works. So, hopefully that made sense. It might not, just, again, know that those post scenes do differ depending on if you go down a friendship or a lover's route. So anyway, who's contacting us? It's Kawakami! Alright, so there's that potential option, and then there's starting Oya's confidant. Is it raining? It is raining. Okay, so that's why we can't do Chihaya. I don't believe there's anything to do this evening. Gotta check back on my notes because I have to flip through different things to get to other confidant stuff. I don't have anything going on this evening. So we already did one rank 9.
Listen.
Let's do another.
Hey.
Oh wait, I don't have a temperance persona anymore. Whoops. To the Velvet Room! Away! Alright, so we grabbed a temperance persona. Yeah, like I said, trying to find information on, like, some of the post scenes were a little bit confusing. I think, like I said, I think I have On's post scene for, like, her lover's route, because it was kind of confusing what to tell for that. I don't think I have that for everyone's. I don't have one for Kawakami's. So, if she does have one, which I'd be kind of surprised if she didn't have one for a lover's route. But I don't have that, so don't expect me to actually give, like, the differences between those, because that information was a bit hard to find when I was making this guide that I'm following. But anyway, tonight, spending time with Kawakami. Oh, that's right. I think I misremembered my guides because all they had was the romance routes. They didn't have the non-romance ones. I misremembered, and with Kawakami calling me, I suddenly remembered. Dang, it was hard to find information on these things. Well, guess we're winging it. But you overcame your troubles, and now you've rediscovered that passion for learning. It may take some time to readjust, but you can do it. I will. Good night.
Hi, everyone.
Well, speaking of Kawakami, we actually have more just goof off time.
What's going on?
Sometimes it can be very hard to find certain information on these sorts of things, despite the research you put in.
What do you want to do?
I'm not sure if I could actually find if I decide to just redo my research on some of these post scenes. I feel like I might be able to find that information more readily available now, because I was making this guide as I was playing through Royal for the first time, which was also when it was released. So, information was a bit tricky to come by. Anyway, what exactly are we reading? We really don't have that many books. Well, let's do The Art of Charm. Yeah, we just passed up the opportunity to have two girlfriends. Maybe we should try to be more charming.
Damn it. Yep.
Kawakami's rank 10 flag gotten was available today. Well, Ryuji's asking how we are. We could spend time with him. Or Takemi. But I have in my notes here that we can go into the palace. Might have been when the game kind of forces you to go into the palace, but that's beside the point. What we are going to be doing today is exactly that. Gonna head on over to the hideout and head on into Kanashiro's palace. Unfortunately, Akechi's only there the one time, and then he just proceeds to bugger off. So anyway, off to the access way.
It appears everyone is here.
So because we've already talked to everyone due to our trek in mementos, we are going to infiltrate the palace.
All right, I'm gonna bust loose.
Alright, so now that we are in the palace proper, I feel like I could probably fuse some more of my personas now that I could probably get rid of these two. So, I'm gonna go change up my personas and change up my outfits.
Do you need something?
And I'll meet you guys once I'm done fiddling around with that. Alright, well, I got a few extra personas in my repertoire, and mostly just freed up a bit of space. So anyway, let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we do have to examine the entrance.
Nice.
Blah, 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 blah.
Joker.
Alright, now we can go and investigate the giant pig here. Push.
Whoa.
Alright, well, we're definitely prepared, so let's go. Alright, so at this point, we're just going to keep on going ahead and see, well, what sort of differences there are. This beginning portion isn't really all too different.
Hold on a second. What is that?
Actually, I think this one is.
A shadow in the shape of a dog. It seems this place has its own watchdogs.
I don't like the looks of this.
You mean 'cause you're a cat?
Hell no. I mean, it might be able to sniff out intruders or hunt us down super fast. But if it does end up making trouble for us, that could actually work out in our favor. We'll have a chance to finally show off our surprise finisher.
Sorry to butt in. We've been spotted.
Not bad. But love always burns the brightest when facing down an opponent like this. Panther, I think the moment's finally arrived. It's showtime!
Huh? You want to do that right now? Jeez, fine. Here we go.
Let's do it!
So, that little conversation that Mona and Panther had when we went, before we went on into Mementos, was the introduction to Showtime. So Showtime is a super attack that basically combines two of the characters. So, at various points in the game, we will unlock more and more Showtime events between different party members. So at the start of a party member's turn, they will be able to potentially activate Showtime. You can only use Showtime once they kind of do that intro animation that Mona did, and this is an attack that does not use up HP or SP. It's a super attack that doesn't use up any resources. And all you have to do is basically press down on the touchpad on the PlayStation controller. So, now, one thing I should mention is that even though Panther was basically added to our party for this instance, you don't need both party members to be active in order to activate Showtime. You only need one of them to be active on the field. So, we don't need to have Mona and Panther with us constantly in order to activate Showtime. We only need one of them. But when we do, this can happen.
It's showtime! A gift as beautiful as you!
Gorgeous. I won't let it go to waste. Yahoo! Here we go.
Get a load of this!
Perfect.
So that is Showtime. I'm actually a little bit surprised that it kept the costumes, if I'm being quite honest.
This is amazing!
Do you think...
Well, yeah, it did kind of sparkle, didn't it?
Um...
What about this?
This is...
So, how Showtimes can potentially activate is that they're more likely to occur when you baton pass to either the main character, for some reason, or whenever you're kind of in a bit of a pinch. It can also basically be used as a pretty flashy finisher. So if you're doing pretty well against a particular enemy, it can activate that way. It can also activate during boss battles. So you can get some free damage in as well when you're going up against particularly powerful enemies. Both against, say, mid-bosses, like just normal shadows, or actual palace rulers. So they can activate at any time. They're not just limited to your standard grunts. So, right now, the only Showtime we have right now is for Panther and Mona. However, we will unlock more over the course of the story. Showtimes are unlocked through plot events. So, it's not something that you're going to have to actively search out and do. So, you don't need to worry about that, with two exceptions. There are 2 Showtime events that are unlocked. But for the most part, you do not need to worry about unlocking them. So we can go and view a particular character by just going to their status screen. So, to give you an example, if we head on over to Panther, or not Panther, Mona, we can see that the Showtime shows for Panther. And his art even changes, so now it matches his look during the Showtime. Same thing with her. Did not realize that. But anyway, I should also note that Showtimes do not occur between every single character and every single other character. Also, it's switched out to Panther for whatever reason. I want my damage dealer. At most, any given character can only have 2 Showtimes. So, for an example, with Panther, one of her showtimes is with Mona. Her other showtime is with one additional character that we will unlock throughout the course of the story. So, your showtimes are limited based on just having only 2. Now, you might be wondering, does this also apply to Joker? Does he get showtime events? And the answer is yes, but limited. I did mention that showtime events are for the most part unlocked through...
I can feel it.
Why is that one already taken? Anyway, showtime events are usually done through plot, but there are a couple that are unlockable. Joker's showtime events are unlockable. So, you do need to work towards unlocking Joker's showtime events, and both of them occur in late game. Like, towards the end of the game itself is when we will have the opportunity to unlock Joker's showtimes. So, those come really late, and you shouldn't really look to those. But there are various criteria that you need to fulfill in order to actually activate it. What are those criteria? I'm not saying, because that's spoilers. Those are major spoilers for things that haven't happened yet. But do know that Joker's are unlockable, whereas everyone else's are throughout the course of the game. Now that we have that taken care of, let's take out the shadow.
Let's do it! Let's show them what's what!
So, just a proof of concept. I put away Panther, but we still have showtime with Mona. So, now you can target, it doesn't matter, showtime is an AoE effect, so it will hit all enemies. But you could potentially do something else if you didn't want to use showtime for whatever reason. Like, say you wanted to try to recruit the shadows and you didn't just want to completely obliterate them. You do have the option of not wanting to trigger showtime. But since we don't really care...
Ultimate power! A gift as beautiful as you! Gorgeous! I won't let it go to waste! Yahoo! Here we go! This one's free! Now that's style! Pretty great, huh?
Oh! I'm wrong, apparently! Apparently they are! Well, I'm actually trying to remember. Are all of them a single target? I don't think all of them are single target. I'm pretty sure some of them are multi-target. Whatever. Beyond the point. Proven wrong immediately after trying to explain things. Let's just beat up into this Aramis and get the hell out of here.
A spectacular victory!
Hate to be proven wrong immediately after my explanations, but it does help to actually prove a point.
Okay.
Anyway, I do have here, like, trying to show off Sleuth Instinct, but because these are all enemies that we have fought before, especially since this is a New Game Plus run, Sleuth Instinct is definitely not going to show up. So, looking onward, okay, I see where we need to go for the next new thing to happen. So, I will meet you guys when new things are happening.
Look, a
Ooh, portable battery? That's a new item. Portable battery. Kinda went through that really quick and forgot. Oh, wait. Chests have new crap in them. So this one was in the previous game, but this one has a portable battery which gives shock boost. Not a bad one for Skull if you are trying to inflict status ailments. Moving on now.
I found a chest. What do you want to do, Joker?
This treasure chest has some brainwash vials.
Joker took one out! Alright!
So that's the power of Izanagi.
Let's go.
Finish him!
weird, because I used Zionga and he didn't really say anything. I guess it's just the signature attacks that he says something like it, because it was the same thing with Kaguya with her special attack.
I see.
Ah. I should probably also mention this. Not something that I think you could have done in the previous game, but when you're in safe rooms, you can always talk to Yusuke. Because with Yusuke, you can ask him to create skill cards. Even in the metaverse. So that's something that I completely forgot about, and only it's like, oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. So yeah, if you needed to have an emergency skill card created, you can do that. You're still under the limit of only 1 skill card per day, but it is still something that you can do. So, another option for Yusuke, if you so incline.
Okay, let's go.
You may already know this, but inflicting status ailments on our enemies is a very useful tactic. I especially recommend it when you can't take advantage of an opponent's weaknesses.
Thanks, Queen. It's not like I already knew about that. So, that is one advantage to having, you know, status ailments. Is that, well, in the previous game, it was kind of limited, especially when it came to powerful enemies.
Let's go.
Status ailments, again, super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could make it angry.
So that is one super helpful thing when it comes to Queen, is the fact that she can potentially cast Forgetfulness, which, wait, did he automatically heal from that? Does Forgetfulness wear off if you hit him with something?
Persona!
That seems kind of dumb. Thought Forgetfulness lasted a bit longer, but I guess not. Okay, do I have anything? I guess I can do it with Andras. He is a little bit higher level than what I would usually make, but honestly, I just wanted to have extra space. Okay, for this, just defend. Sleep isn't the best thing because they can just heal,
Chances to make it confused.
but it's still a nice thing to have, especially since any attack becomes a technical attack when an opponent is sleeping. So, yeah, sleep, while it gives some benefit to the opponent, also has the most versatility when it comes to doing technical damage. So I guess you could consider that a bit of a mini-boss fight, even though it really isn't.
Shadow identified. Awaiting Joker's orders.
Okay, so there are more shadows that way. Currently there really isn't anything too different. Actually, before we do that, is there anything up here? No conversation saying, hey, you should probably try to kill the lights.
Careful.
Well, anyway, there still isn't anything that's really super new. Well, I think maybe some of these angles are a bit different.
I'll reveal your true form. Okay. It's
I
somewhere.
felt the difference in strength in that fight.
So, I guess there might be some minor differences with the layout of this area. There's one area that's particularly different, though.
Let's
That
go.
one is no joke. Be careful.
Ah! Not sure we've actually seen Flow in action. So that's what happens when Flow activates, which was something that we got from Maruki's Confidant. So now we are powered up and mind charged. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out this Nekomata. I guess we can take out the other one, or at least knock it down. And then,
Pass the baton.
we're both power charged and mind charged.
Marvelous. It exploded.
Get a very nice explosion there.
Nice work, team.
All right.
Alright, so at this
Takes for
point,
me.
because I'm not entirely sure how much of a difference the layout is here,
Hey, look.
I mean, I didn't really mark it on here that this area was particularly different, but I guess the layout is a little bit different compared to the original game. So I honestly don't remember the cameras being that close to one another. I could be mistaken, though. And that is backwards.
Okay.
That is the way we came. So instead,
What do you want to do, Joker?
we're just gonna head on over here
Show me
and
your true
attack you.
form. All right.
That was an easy win. Let's go, Joker.
Alright. With that, we have a chest. Chest has a black rock. Okay, cool. Transmutation, and doesn't look like there's anything else here. Cool. But on the other end,
This way!
we've got the cameras.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we can continue onward through an area that we have most definitely seen in the previous game. So, again, meet you guys when there's something new.
Whoa.
Ah. Not sure if these were here before. I feel like they were. But yeah, get caught by the cameras, security goes up, these activate. Bad times for all.
Focus.
Let's continue onward. Ah. Now this was someplace that I definitely want to show off.
Hey!
Hmm?
What did you say?
Hey!
So the vault entrance area is quite a bit of a different layout, since last time we entered over there. Whereas this time we entered right here by these doors.
We will be counting on you.
There's also far fewer cameras really around, so that's pretty nice. So for one, security camera right here. And that kills off one of the sets of lights.
This is...
So yeah, this area in particular, I really want to emphasize that the layout's very much different. Even though it is the same room, this is the vault room, but it's very much changed.
Oh!
Also, we have a lock chest here. Chest has a gang star. So, weapon for Skull if you need it. Fortunately, both of these doors are locked. And there's not really much else we can do, so we're gonna need to head down this way. Whoa! Towards the vault itself.
But...
Indeed.
Well, it must be important then.
That reminds me. Let's go.
Alright, so way to move forward is a little bit more spelled out for you this time. There are quite a few, well, we can head on over to the left or right. We can head over to the right here, and we have ourselves a will seed in the general area. So first things first, I'm gonna snag this. And then, go ahead and grapple on up here. Uh-oh.
I found a chest. What do you want to do, Joker?
Well, let's take care of him first.
Reveal your true form.
Now's our chance to stretch.
So, our powerful enemy is Takemi Nakata.
It's tough. And let's go now.
So, a little bit of an issue at this point.
Have this. Finish it.
But we do need to try to hit him with Psychokinesis. Unfortunately, I am not really in the best position to do that.
Die already!
I recommend attacking any.
Well, he does have Forgetfulness, so I'm just gonna guard. Alright. So at this point, you know what would be really good against Forgetfulness? Psychokinesis.
No holds barred. Finish it for me.
So yeah, just attacking him gets rid of it. Well, confusion. Oh boy, an odd morsel. That is super helpful.
Whoa, Skull. You're pathetic.
Okay, well, guess I can use Isanagi.
We're all knocked down.
It's already weak to Psychokinesis, so unfortunately, a lot of these status elements won't really do much. Okay, well, I mean, I do still have, I have Mona to help me out.
Do it. Time to finish this.
I didn't mean it by that, but that will work too.
It's showtime for you, Panther. How sweet. It's just what I needed. How's that? Ha. Get a load of this. Perfect. Yeah.
I should also mention that there are 2 different sets of voice lines. I think there's only 2 sets. So there may be times where I just show it twice. I mean, it's also just a super flashy move, so why not show it? But that is something to note with the showtimes. And there's even different showtimes slightly modified for when you face against a major boss, like a palace ruler shadow.
Ooh, there's one of Kanashiro's will seeds. Let's grab it.
So the first will seed is conveniently enough just right here. Now there was one, like, there are quite a few of the antagonists that it would be really nice to know, like their will seeds are. It may be something that I just take a bit of research into myself, and maybe in a palace down the road I can explain just what everyone's will seeds are, or what they would have been. But in the meantime, we're just gonna take this will seed and get the hell out of here.
The will seed. They're so creepy.
I can feel it.
Alright, so that would lead down, right? Yeah, jump down. But I can get to the chest over there. Jumping up here, jumping on over, and heading on into the vent. And voila! Chest! Just as! Psychic Makatama! That would not be a bad thing to have against those Takeminakatas. But anyway, this area over here, completely optional now. Although, still says that there is, oh, it must be that it's getting. Well, no need to really map that part out.
I can see it.
So yeah, that area, completely optional, but it does carry the first will seed. So, you still want to head on over there first. In the meantime, I can use the opportunity to hide from this. And take down this Orthrus.
Alright.
Alright, so that's taken care of.
That was an easy battle.
We enter through here. Oh. There's a little gate over there. As well as an enemy over this way. So another hallway.
Show me your true form.
Avoid the cameras.
Okay. Focus.
That was an easy win.
Let's see.
Let's go, Joker.
Gotta make sure that I don't...
Hey,
Gotta make sure I don't accidentally activate the cameras. But this will, at the very least, open up a shortcut back into the main vault area. We got a few other doors over here. Got a shadow over here.
I'll reveal your true form. Alright.
A complete
Ponies are
victory.
thankfully not all
Now let's
that
keep
frightening when you've got
This
plenty
way.
of characters that have, you know, status ailments. Which, weirdly enough, they were basically the only enemies I ever used status ailments on.
Yes!
So now we can officially get on over to the main room for progression. However, I'm going to try my best to avoid going there right this second, and instead get completely turned around. Let's see. So first things first, open up the doors. We can get out of here quickly. And then open up the chest. Just as a snuff soul. Nice.
I can feel it.
Also got this, which doesn't really help our case at all. Ah! Turned around! Turned around! Alright. Looking at the map,
It's somewhere.
actually, there should be a box over this way. Well, at any rate, we've got this to open up yet another shortcut. Honestly, if I was doing, like, my standard run, like, once we were actually going to steal the treasure,
Joker.
this actually wouldn't be pretty bad considering there's a ton of shortcuts that are opening up to us. But alas, I'm not doing it this time around. Anyway. with all of that, we can go ahead, run through here, run without any danger of triggering an alarm, and then eavesdrop.
Oh,
No need to listen on their conversation. We know what to do. Not really that big of a deal. So, we just instantly teleport on over to the communication room. And we can call upon those shadows over here. This isn't really any issue. It's the same boss fight. So, let's just get this over with. What's nice is that some of these mid-boss shadows are also susceptible to status ailments. Because I used Palumpa and it worked like a charm.
oh,
So, don't be afraid to use status ailments on just shadow enemies. Not necessarily like... Well, not even necessarily Mementos bosses, since I'm not sure it would work on them. And absolutely don't try to do that on actual palace users. You don't want to try to Marinkar in them. But, on normal mid-bosses like that, totally works. Some of the time. Not sure if it's all the time, but definitely some of the time.
all right. Hey,
And so the magic of game design, it immediately teleports us back here. Also, when the guy went through the door, it also opened the way back to the previous floor.
Focus.
So hooray!
they're tough, but weak to nuclear. Persona! You know what to do, right? Charge, Johanna! Knock down, Queen! You have them on the roof! Finish her! Done and done!
Damn, that might be one of the quickest boss fights I think I've ever had.
I can feel it.
Well, with that taken care of, well, it is pretty much good to call it a day. But instead of backtracking to a safe room, I'm gonna keep pressing on ahead until we hit a new one. So, let's keep on going.
Okay, let's try turning it all at the same time.
On 3. 1, 2...
This took some time, but we managed to force it open.
Great work, everyone.
Yes, I agree. The cooperation of our whole team is what helped us through this particular ordeal.
So with that, we enter the vault area.
Dude, there's money all over the floor.
So he took all of this from the weak. He's going to pay for this.
Alright, I'm
I'm
hoping there's a safe room kind of nearby. But whatever. I don't think the main vault area here is too different. Well, that's not opening. So, anyway, I'll meet you guys when there's something new to show.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, so we are nearby the second will seed.
Dude,
How could this be?
Now then.
And there's a lot of cash down there. We can jump down here,
I can see it.
and we can very clearly see that there are more shadows there. But there is our will seed. So we need to find a way to get on over there. So first things first,
Show me your true
let's
form.
take you out.
Focus.
One interesting thing is that apparently you can also get incenses from just negotiations with shadows, especially if they're begging for their lives. So anyway, you can head on in through here, and there's a few different things that we can do over here. There's obviously using the grappling hook to get over there.
I can
There
feel
are a
it.
few other things that are nearby. Huh. I guess not. That is a way to get out, though. So first, we'll We'll head up here. Thankfully, there doesn't appear to be any sort of shadows in the nearby vicinity.
Treasure chest.
But there is a chest over here. So the chest has a black Kogatana.
I can see it.
Cool, transmutation stuff. We can get back over this way. Go up here. And we just need to find a different way down. Now, I had trouble getting over to this before, the first time I played this, and now I'm having trouble again. This may not necessarily be where we need to go. Yeah, I think we need to head on over there in order to get into position. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do on this side. So, nice to get a chest, but ultimately, not what we're after.
I can see it.
Alright, wait for the cameras to go out. Wait for them to go out again. Activate the door here, so that way we have a shortcut. This doesn't help us in getting to the will seed, but shortcuts are shortcuts. Anyway, back down this way.
I can see it.
Oh, we could head on in there as well, but that's not where we're going to be able to get to the will seed. Instead... actually, how do we get down there? Figured we'd drop off from somewhere. Maybe we do go over there? No, we drop off from here.
I can see it.
Because there isn't an actual floor to get over there. And hop across that way. Can steal this. Okay, so do that. Climb up. And then we can grapple. Sick moves, Joker, although you probably could have grabbed some of that money on the way up. Oh well. We have ourselves our second will seed.
We got another will seed. That's 2 so far.
Alright, so we're making some pretty good progress with the will seeds. Now, how do we get out? We need to go up that way. And that allows us to very quickly get out of here. Okay. So now... Yeesh. All I wanted to do was end the episode. I didn't realize how... I completely forgot that Kanashiro's Palace kind of sucks in giving you save points.
I'll reveal your true form.
Not really fixed either.
Man, that was easy.
Alright, so just gotta wait to get on through. Thanks, game, for just changing that on me all of a sudden.
I have
A
something.
decisive victory.
Alright, and then we can head in through here. And that gets us to the elevator down. Yeah, one thing they really didn't fix with Royal, despite changing up the layout, really didn't do anything to change how many safe rooms there were in this palace.
Joker!
Kind of annoying.
Let's
Anyway, there's an Orthrus right over there. Whoa, and I jumped right past him.
Show me your true form. Okay.
a stylish
Now we
victory.
got that taken care of. Treasure! The relax gel. Okay. So, we already know the Kanashiro's in this room. So, now we need to get down there. Of course, there are 2 different paths down there. And there is also a safe room down there, and I know for a fact that we can use that safe room.
Show me your true form. No match for me.
So, I know I had problems,
I
like,
found a
trying to get
chest.
to the safe
What do you
room
wanna do,
in this
Joker?
area before going over. Ooh! This actually gives me a good opportunity. So, you'll notice that some of these enemies are shown with green outlines. Those are enemies that we can insta-kill. So, the way that you do the insta-kill...
And it looks strong.
well, first things first. Let's take you out.
Show me your true form. Okay.
That enemy was
Okay,
really
so
weak.
first, lock chest.
Oh.
Lock chest has... a knuckle duster. Nice. Okay, so in order to insta-kill an enemy now, what we need to do is... wait for it. I think they'll still come after us if we're in a palace, but they'll run away for it in mementos. We have to run, and then...
I'll reveal your true form.
that happens. So basically, if you charge at an enemy with the green outline, you don't hit the ambush button. That's something that took me quite a while to learn. You just run at them. You dash, you run into them, and you will immediately kill them. You can see we get the money for the battle, experience for the battle, items if possible, and a persona. Now, if we already have the persona, it basically counts as recruiting them. And if you recruit a persona that you already have on you, you gain extra experience for that specific persona. So we would have gotten a high pixie if we didn't have one already. Since we did, our high pixie specifically gets extra experience. And that's on top of the 104. The 104 that you saw there was just whoever we have equipped, which I believe is Shikioji at this point. Yeah. So Shikioji got the 104, and High Pixie got some extra ones on the side. Anyway, chest here has Revival Bead. So yeah, very, very nice to have insta-kill. A lot better than previous game.
Oh, this feeling.
And also we
Maybe
can head
there's
down
something.
here, not have to worry about triggering that cutscene, and we can head on into the safe room. So at this point, we are good to call it a day here. Man, we've made a lot more progress in this palace than I was expecting to do. But then again, we are also quite high level thanks to our mementos trip. So that helped out a lot. So anyway, next time on Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. We're actually not that far to finishing off Kanashiro's palace. Believe it or not, I don't think there's that much of a difference with the vault section. There are some minor differences, obviously, and we'll go over those. But, well, there isn't really all too much. And considering how fast we're getting through this, even kind of briefly going over everything, we'll definitely be done with the palace by the end of next time. So, we'll head on over to the depths of Kanashiro's bank, find where the treasure is, and then I don't know. We'll probably send the calling card out sooner rather than later, to be honest. Because I want to try to finish off some party members' confidants, and I can't do that if you've reached the treasure and haven't sent the calling card. It's annoying, I know, but that's how it works. So anyway, next time, finishing Kanashiro's palace. Until then, everyone, take care.